everyone. Welcome to this week's bonus episode of Digital Lives. I'm your host, Zach, and we have Melissa Foster with us. She's been a guest on one of our cohorts, and you're probably going to see more of her at the All Hands meetings, too. So, Melissa, thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And don't forget to comment, ask questions. If we got enough time, yours might be featured. So, let's get started with a quick introduction. So, where did you attend school? What did you study? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so I went to Central Michigan for 4 years and graduated with my Bachelor of Applied Arts in Integrated Public Relations, which is interesting in its own right. And in fact, a lot of people always are like, integrated, what's that? And Central didn't have a PR degree when I started there. They had a more specified one. So like you had to take classes in broadcasting. I took classes in marketing and advertising, political science, even some statistics classes, which I hated. PR people, we like numbers to report, but we're not good with math. So, but it was a really great, program because it really helped me round myself out better and make me understand the different aspects of communications. And especially because when I graduated in 2008, a lot of things were changing from social media to, now we have streaming sites. Back then that is all like the wild, wild west of social media world. So, but yeah, I graduated Central in 2008. I interned at a nonprofit called Covenant House, Michigan for a summer, and then interned over at Campbell Communications, and then ended up going in there full time after a year of interning. Because again, I graduated during the Great Recession in 2008, so there wasn't a lot of opportunities out there. So interning was my best prospect, and making the most of my internship, as all of you I know are doing, was the most important priority to me, because internships lead to jobs and lead to networking and finding new things that you might be interested in.
Absolutely. And yeah, the clinic in particular, I'm still in promotion mode. This is a great way to make all these connections, take advantage of these all hands meetings for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
But from your LinkedIn, it looks like you have quite a bit of experience in media relations specifically. So is that something you're still doing?
Yep. I am, I was hired in at the Henry Ford 10 years ago as the media relations manager. I'm now the senior manager of public relations, but the majority of my job is dedicated to media outreach. Whether that's through influencers on TikTok to just your cut and dry, Detroit news, free press, national news outlets. But yeah, media relations is something that I do every day, and that's not changing. So I love doing it though, because I feel like, one, it's a great way. I love storytelling, and PR people are essentially storytellers. We're trying to get the story of the companies and the brands that we're representing out there. And if you're passionate about that story, it's always easier, of course. But talking to media is just like, again, telling them a story and hoping that they're interested in presenting it to a bigger group of people.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely seems like a fun job if
it
is just storytelling. Yeah.
It is. It's a lot of fun, especially I work at the Henry Ford. Yesterday, we just opened a new exhibit. So I spent my entire day, media preview day. So handling media all throughout the day, whether it was in person or via Zoom, live interviews from the exhibit. And it was fun. It's definitely exhausting working with so many people throughout the day, but at the same time, very rewarding, because then that day you see the clips come in, and it makes it all worth it. So it's
great. Yeah, definitely sounds rewarding being able to just make something like that.
It is. It is.
For sure. Would you say that media relations specifically is a good way for like recent grads looking to get into PR to kind of break into the field?
Absolutely. I mean, PR has definitely evolved since I started working in PR. In fact, I'm kind of a rarity. I actually was talking to a student about this the other day because they're like, so many people I know start off in PR and now they're doing marketing or digital stuff or SEO. And I said, yeah, I'm kind of a weirdo that I've been in straight public relations, traditional media relations for the past 15 years. But media relations is still really needed. It's still, and I don't see it ever changing. I mean, media is, like I said, it's everyone from the free press all the way to social media influencers and those people who can put the story out there to their followers, and that's never ever going to go away. You're always going to need to promote something. You're always going to need to get word out, and so media relations is a really unique aspect of PR that, um, again, I feel like if you're an outgoing person, you like to meet new people, you're up for a challenge, easy to deal with, you're a flexible person. Media relations PR is a great way for you to experience all those things. So, um, social media might be something that people are a little bit easier to grasp because it's what you grew up with, what you knew. But uh, you know that the days of those traditional networking and outreach, they're not gonna. I don't see them ever going away.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, as long as businesses continue to grow, there's always going to be a demand for it. So yeah, you heard it from the
Yeah,
expert here.
for sure.
All right. And then last question from me is, what advice do you have for some of our PR students in the clinic?
Well, I would say, I know this is an opportunity to get to know startups, but that it's such great experience, and making sure that you're making the most of that experience from getting to know the company inside and out, because that's what PR people do. Like they get to, I always say, become a sponge. In every meeting, take as many notes as you possibly can, absorb as much as you possibly can, because you never know what you're going to need, like when you're going to need that information. And being that sponge and absorbing all that information makes you so much more valuable to people, because they always need someone to be like the collective memory, right? Being able to shout out, oh, well, yeah, this is what was said, this is what was needed. This is a unique fact that people should know about. Um, it, it's it's it'll definitely set you apart from folks, and I think that just kind of absorbing as much as you can during this time, and building a good relationship with the people that you're working with, it will help you in the long run. I mean, I worked my first internship, outset after graduation, was at Campbell Marketing and Company, and I still talk to the VP there. I mean, I'm still connected to a lot of my old clients there, and I haven't worked there for almost 14 years. So, it's those people that you meet off in your early internship. You never know where you'll meet up with them again, especially in the world of Metro Detroit. So, make the most of those relationships.
Yeah, there you go. Just every guest I have on here, just the same thing. Connections, relationships, that's the most important thing. So like while
Right.
you're in the clinic, definitely make the most of that.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid. Like, it's hard. I know. I've been in those shoes before. You're new to a place. You can be super shy and nervous, but I think, just putting yourself out there a little more. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna judge you or make fun of you for any questions. And if they do, you probably won't run into them for a while anyway. So don't worry about them. Just, I would say, worry about you, worry about what you're getting out of the experience, and not be afraid of what others are thinking.
I think those are some great closing remarks. So we've hit our 10-minute mark. So before we head out, I want to thank everyone again for watching Digital Lives. Melissa, thank you for taking the time. It was great to
Yep.
have you on here.
Happy to
All
be a
right,
part of it.
great. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, bit.ly/DSC-Y. There's the link there. And our next episode is going to air Thursday, June 30th at noon. We're going to have Quinn Tran on. She is doing some digital marketing work for Ann Arbor Spark itself through the clinic. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day.